All right, there we go. And we should be live. All right, so welcome to the stream, everybody. So this is going to be a whole little new series that I'm going to be doing. Long story short, I've been wanting to actually recreate like old games for practice, and also like sprite art practice, audio practice, and all that kind of stuff. So I am actually going to be just creating entire spending like a month just like recreating a game. I decided I'm gonna start off with something simple, so like Oracle Seasons, Legends of the Oracle Seasons, and I'm actually gonna be going through like learning how to do like retro style pixel art. Gonna be learning how to do the audio and stuff. So this stream is like the next month is literally gonna be a huge self-learning, like more art, like more audio and all that kind of stuff, and I'm going to be just going with the process. You know, like first day I might be a little tired, so today if I sound a little tired, yeah, I am, but I'll wake up as I get through it. So day one, I want to actually go through and discuss like what I plan to do. So Oracle Seasons is a Legend of Zelda game that was for Game Boy Color. I am wanting to actually recreate pretty much like the entire game. But I was trying to think, do I want to actually like continue with the same art style? Because like Oracle Seasons had a pretty recognizable like art style and so did other like retro Legend of Zelda games. For example, on the right over here, you'll see like some of the actual sprites. So I could follow the same art style and do like super low retro pixel art, which I might do just for a start. And then as I go through it and get better at the pixel art, I might actually like do my own little style and so forth. But for the first part of me recreating this, I might like try to like mimic the original art style just as a learning thing. And then once I get improved, I'll go on there. So I'm going to actually start like going through a few things. I want to figure out what resolution, because like the Game Boy Color, I don't actually know what the Game Boy Color resolution is off the top of my head. Game Boy Color resolution, let's go to, yeah, oh, is there actually like an official Nintendo? Oh my god, okay, so fun fact. Nintendo actually has like an official like technical detail for like the Game Boy thing. So this Game Boy Color actually have like a actual like screen resolution, yeah, 160 by 144. Okay, so yeah, so all I could do is I could actually go through and do that. I could asset or constraints. So I could say let's do art constraints. The original like Oracle Seasons, I believe it's like 16 pixels by 16 pixels. Well, actually, I can just check here. Oh yeah, so like each blue squares should be like 16 by 16. Yeah. So yeah, for the most part, like the Oracle Seasons art is like originally 16 by 16. And I'm gonna be probably gonna actually for now I'll just right tile size 16 by 16 pixels. Original screen size, I've already forgot what I said. It was 160 by 144 pixels. So I gotta figure out if I want to continue following like the original like constraints of the original art style, or if I want to like do that or change it. For a few streams I'll follow constraints, and then as I like get better with the art and stuff, I will figure out where I want to go with there. And yeah, we'll see about that. So let's do this. You know, like this month is going to be like part of streams I'm going to be like kind of incoherent because I'm literally just doing this on the fly. None of this is like pre-thought out. I want to do all this like on stream without thinking it out. So like if I actually go into Unity real quick, I'm going to actually set this up. So our camera is let's see, set it up. So orthographic. So let's see if we're doing 16 by 16. So since it's orthographic, we're gonna have some fun here. Let's do this. I'm gonna actually go and I'm gonna just grab a tile map real quick, just so we can visualize this. Let's do ground. Let's do overworld, a grid. I'm going to open up tile map real quick. I am using Unity 6.3. I've reported, oh yeah, if anybody has seen it, like seen my streams where I was like fighting with a crash, Unity was able to reproduce a crash with the tile map, and they're working on a bug fix for it. So it's not any of my random custom code where I was like touching RAM addresses manually, or memory addresses manually. It was actually, it is confirmed a bug inside of Unity, and they were able to reproduce it. Yeah, so just random fun fact. But until that bug is fixed, I'm stuck on 6.3. I can't show off any of the betas and stuff because tile map just crashes constantly. Fun times. Let's do this though. I am going to go ahead. I'm actually going to create a. We're gonna just create a tile like the tile assets, just so we can visualize that screen size. I'm gonna just do overworld. Let's just say overworld summer. The reason why I'm saying summer is because overworld seasons, I mean the main point of the game is you can control seasons. Actually, wait, is this spring? I think I actually, which assets do I actually have? Okay, I do have, I think this is, yeah, this is summer. Okay. Technically I have all of them, but I wasn't sure which ones I've already like sprite sliced. So yeah, let's actually do this. I'm gonna just lock this real quick. And let's just begin. Let's do. Technically I don't need both sides because I can mirror that one. I will need the bottom still, and the reason why is because sometimes like the bottom actually had like shadows depending on which thing. I mean, granted, when I redo the art, like I'm gonna be doing the custom art, but for now I want to just like visualize the screen. I want to see like how I want to get this. So orthographic view is mainly like the Y height. So if you notice, so currently the camera is at 5 orthographic. So if I actually like go here, and if I actually, you know, let's actually just get this propped up so it can be seen. If we go to it, you'll see, okay, camera's 5. Well, if you noticed, neither side is actually 5 cells. So orthographic view, the size 5 is actually the half height. So if you notice, each of these gray squares is like 1. So if we actually go like, here's the center of the camera frustum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there you go. So half orthographic size is actually like the half height. And we can, and let's actually go to, actually, I think, what actually is like 160, let's see, what was the screen size? 160 by, that's 10 by 9. Okay, so if you do this by 10 pixels, that is actually a 10 by 9 screen ratio. Original screen ratio is 10 by 9. Okay, well, we're definitely not doing that. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be doing that. Oh, we will so what I'm probably gonna do is I'm probably gonna just do like a, if we're doing like a 6 by 9 aspect ratio, the 16 tiles, that'd be 16 like side to side. Actually, I should do 16 by 10, and the reason why is I could actually just have this stay as a 5 for orthographic view, and this way like all the pixels and stuff will actually make sense. One second, I gotta mute my phone, I forgot. There we go. But yeah, okay, so we'll do that 16 by itself of that, and I'm gonna just grab this in here and we're gonna say drop it in there, and I'm gonna say overworld summer palette. I might mute, I'm gonna move the mic for a second. I just realized like it was like kind of over the keyboard directly, so you might have heard like typing. I apologize for that. Yeah, so anyways, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna just make a square real quick. We're gonna just show this off. So go here, and if I actually grow this, let's start working on this. Here, down here, just gonna set up the tiles, that way it doesn't look too bad. Gotta just say this only happens whenever oh, yep. And yeah, that works. All right, so that should be entire screen. Yay. Okay, cool. So if we do, I think this is actually okay. So like, I think having or orthographic size for the camera, Unity remake trains. I'm gonna say Unity camera aspect ratio 16 by 10, not 19 by 10, 16 by 10. There we go. But that should let us do a couple like things for like actual modern like screens. But I think, yeah, I think that works. So now since I like looking at that, I am thinking that I think I'm gonna stick for now just using like the original 16 by 16 pixel size, and then I'm going to work on moving from there. So since I'm going to be recreating this, I want to do all the pixel art. I'll use like the old pixel art as like reference, but I want to do everything. Like I want to full on do everything from scratch. Obviously I'll use like the pixel art as reference, but yeah. So that's literally like what I'm thinking, and it's again it's for practice. So I was actually practicing like my own color like dungeons like tiles and stuff. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create a new one. So since our tiles are 16 by 16, I'm gonna go ahead and just do 160 by 160 for my sprite atlas size. That way I can have like 10 by 10 tiles. And if there's anything that's more than 16 by 16, it'll be just split into multiple tiles. So yeah, do that. Let's actually go here. I'm gonna actually start at the top. So I think I'm going to just start with like honestly, like I said, I'm just doing this like on the go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually do this. I'm actually going to just I wanna like whenever you're like working with like a smaller pixel size, like sometimes it's like really hard to get like the shape and stuff down. I kind of want to just examine the tree real quick. Like one of the reasons why I was thinking about like not keeping the same art style or like art style is because I didn't want to be constrained by the same like pixel size. Like I was actually thinking of doing 24 by 24 tile sizes and so forth. I'm actually going to also, this is going to be my way. I forgot, what is it? W, right? Yeah. I'm gonna just Oh, actually, no, don't delete all of it. I need, let's actually grab. Reason why I'm having to do this is there's actually some yellow used for like highlights there. So let's actually like check this out real quick. So basically, I want to learn how to do like all the shapes and stuff as well. So I'm gonna actually spend a couple of seconds. I want to just like look at this. Basically, this is a 32 by 32 made from 4 different like inside Oracle seasons. Like each tile sprite was made up from like 16 by 16 tiles. So this is gonna be kind of what I'm gonna follow. I want to see like actually kind of how like they do the art style here. Um, so by the looks of it, like the original like Oracle seasons actually used like a kind of like a obviously like I want to get used to like making outlines first. So they basically did it where they had like circle and then for like the like top shading, and then like they had like another layer. Okay, maybe we need to put it up. Might take a couple attempts. And then they had like another layer, and that's like the dark. And then they had a third circle. And I'm actually gonna just fill this in like just to show this off. And they had something like this. And then basically they would actually like do like a little outer thing. I'm just doing this right off the top of my head. I'm gonna actually move this over. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. And it appeared on the wrong screen. I was like, I don't want to follow like the exact same like art style. I want to like try to learn and do my own thing. So let's do this. So yeah, basically they actually did like a little circle, and we basically actually like brought down like around it to make like a little like leaves. And let's actually, I completely suck when it comes to like smaller pixel sizes. So you're gonna see me like, that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this, is so I could actually figure out and like prove. So they basically just had a couple circles, and I just realized they actually have like the top part of like the top circle actually like putting up to the outline. I was gonna do the outlines last, like the black outline last, but I might need to do it earlier. Oh, main thing is like actually getting like the shapes down, and once you get the shapes down, you can go from there. Yeah, next month is literally gonna be me learning a lot of like pixel art, because I feel like art is literally the thing. Yeah, yeah. It's like I thought a sprite had like um a wait, I'm gonna just do black for now. And background color. Let's do outside. I'm gonna say I think so. Like the original version, it didn't have like the like corner size here. So if you see like right here, you'll have there's like no corner pixel like where my mouse currently is. Um, and a lot of times, like I think the reason why they did that is like when you're limited in resolution, and like you can see more individual pixels more often. If you have like a little outline there, it actually kind of makes it seem like kind of smudgy. I don't know how to describe it. Sometimes, well, maybe, yeah. So they actually had like just like a little outline like that. You know what? This works. This is gonna be me doing a lot of like testing and so forth. So they basically had one circle, two circle, like two different layers, switching from like the highlight at the top of the tree, then to the darkness, and then back to highlight, then to darkness with black outline. And at this point, as far as I can tell, what they were thinking is like right now, like the next layer is literally like the underneath of the tree, like underneath like the second layer of leaves and stuff. So I'm gonna actually just like, oh, and I Okay, I might need to grab my drawing tablet. I do have a drawing tablet. I just do not have it plugged in right now. Yeah. I'm gonna just like do this. I think like the first stream is gonna be just me fumbling around, like trying to figure out like the art style, and then go from there. I think I'm gonna have to memorize the key for the outline command because like if I like manually go around doing the outline. Okay, yeah. Start getting a little bit ugly. Got my little ugly duckling tree. Um, it's a process though, so it's okay. A little bit better. Also, I think like over here is like a little too thick as well. Might actually bring. Yeah, that's okay. This looks like a little deformed pancake. You know what? It's okay. It's my deformed pancake. That's all that matters. So always like impressed like how they make like such small pixel art visually like you can notice it and difference it like see it and everything. I'll probably do like multiple iterations over time. I just want to get like a prototyping sprite so I can actually like start moving things inside the game. So like first I'm just wanting to make like a tree, the grass, and then like start working on like character. Okay, so ironically, this is literally a triangle. I'm trying to like learn how to do like shapes with little things. So I'm trying to like break down each shape into or each like sprite into different shapes. So like circles to go into triangles and stuff. But yeah. Also, before I forget, let's do this. Let's actually new palette from sprite. Yes. Place. That way I can actually just get the actual like colors that's being used here. And I like to sort by actually good sort by brightness because normally I like try to look at like color ramps and stuff and that's you know what, it's okay, it's a learning process. um yeah, so and just like create like a little triangle here and we're gonna just do the same thing. I said I'm not trying to make it look perfect right now, I just want like a little prototype thing. um so I noticed like it gives it like a little bit like a thicker tree stump here. Oh, okay, I see how like they got so something like this. Yeah. Wait, this looks uh maybe a little off like when you first see it, but then like I think until I get like the other like stubs and stuff like stubs. I don't know if that would be the correct terminology for them, but I'm gonna call them my little stubs. Why does this remind me of a Metroid? Everything's just Metroid, people. It's okay. And like they had like a little like grass root. You know, just bring this up a little bit. I'm gonna keep that spot like blank because it's gonna be like a little like um a little like highlighting or like a little dark edge area. I could just like get this over and maybe do like this. Like how the like actual like black outline is actually helping get the shape look a little bit more correct. Do do do. Oh, this is Mr. Stubbles. Mr. Stubbles is our tree now. I'm clearly just gonna call him Mr. Stubbles. I really don't want to keep the same colors either because I want to like try to like figure out my own like little color palette. But for now, it works. Um, so, you know what? Let's actually do this. Yeah, gotta like make it like move along. I'll paint over like part of this with the highlight as well. I'm thinking like right here. It's like little dot, so forth. Same thing right here, but I think I'm gonna like actually keep instead of having like have like a little let's do this. I think that's like I said, it's not gonna be the greatest pixel art. The first couple of days will be like very crappy pixel art, but it's a learning process. It is a learning process, and that's kind of what I'm here for, is to learn. Make like a little like a lines. Mr. Stubbles is looks like he's in pain. Mr. Stubbles looks like he's in a lot of pain. Alright, I think that I think instead of like having this like there. Okay, now he looks deformed down here. Go ahead. There you go, Mr. Stubbles. There. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. All about the trial and error of learning pixel art. uh, yeah, he's okay. He's okay. I'm gonna just like move these up a couple. That way they got like a little bit more like definition on them. Add like a thing to and kind of like break out this, make it where it's not like all the way like a pure circle. Same here. My little stubbles. You know what, Mr. Stubbles is okay. We got our tree. This is Mr. Stubbles. We're happy with him. He's not deformed. He's just different. He's just different, I say. Uh maybe move this down a little all that way. So out of place. You know what? We're good. This is Stubbles. This is Mr. Stubbles. That looks so horrible compared to other. You know, actually, I wonder, like, maybe adding like the little like underneath like ground, like just make it where like makes it feel like the branches are spreading out from black. Maybe see how that does. It actually does add a little bit, and like the more I look at it, yeah, that actually does kind of help a little bit. Maybe add like a little bit of like one or two spots. Maybe do the same thing over here. He looks so pitiful. Yeah, got the bad part of the genetic makeup in the family. It's okay. My tree's just a little special. Anyways, so I'm okay like with it. Like again, it's a like I'm just doing this for like a making quick prototype and also like practice stuff. But honestly, like stuff like this is actually why I like just doing this is just so I can have like let's say quick. This or there we go. Okay. Just grabbing the folder so I can actually save this. There we go. No, save as. It's real quick. Overworld summer. Just save it as a sprite file. Tile sprite. Sprite sheet. Generate physics. We do not need it that big. Clearly, it's like 50 works. There we go. All right, Mr. Stubbles, we're gonna be on our way out of here. Create another like palette as well to do overworld summer custom. Yeah, our oh. Apply. Let's do overworld. 3 overworld something. Hey, we got ourselves our little at first this is gonna just be me like pretty much just like randomly doing a lot of stuff. Ground decor. It looks so you know what? That actually looks better in Unity than it did in A-Sprite. I'll take it. It's okay. I accept my my little deformed friend here. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna just say do background decor for now. That way, like need to do everything. There we go. All right, so we got our like first little tree. Oh my god. All right, let's begin. You know what? Okay, I just wanted like a tree and like grass so I could actually have something instead of like just a a blue background. That's literally all I wanted for now. You know what? That works. Okay, let's actually start making like something. Okay, so let's actually start making like character or something. I want to kind of examine this. Like let's start making a character just for now. I'm screwed. I might actually just use link just for now. No. Let's actually get this going. So in Oracle seasons, I'm gonna actually just like let's do don't know how big the sheet's gonna need to be. I'm gonna just do 240 by 240. The sheets are like for now it's like the sheet's not gonna be like have a lot of stuff on it, but later on there's gonna be like a lot more stuff. So I want to actually like examine this for a second. Like, let's actually break down this sprite. Let's actually break down this sprite. All right, so it is within the constraints of 16 by 16. So let's actually I'm gonna actually copy the head just so we can. I want to break down how big each piece of the original sprite is. So each sprite, the head is 12 by 10. About right, yeah, 12 by 10. And then you have like the legs. I'm gonna just call this legs because like the angle of the sprite. So here I'm gonna move down here. Like the legs literally only make up 3 pixels, which is actually kind of interesting. Fun fact: for the animation for walking, they actually just horizontally mirrored it. If you notice, like side by side has 1 frame, 2 frame for walking, but the up and down only has 1 frame for walking. They literally just mirrored the up and down sprite for creating walk animation. Uh, so yeah, all right. So we have like our little legs is like 3 pixels. I'm gonna actually like grab like the torso just to check this out. So torso's, yeah, 3 pixels. So like whenever you're like working with like smaller pixar, you have some constraints. I'm actually it's quite impressive that they were actually make like a character that you could actually visually tell with other things on such a like small screen. Like the Game Boy Color's 160 by 144 pixels. So it's actually quite impressive that they were able to get that. Um, the more I think about it, I am probably gonna like when I'm gonna remake the art and like make custom art, but I think I am gonna change the size of the characters like whenever I remake them, because like uh I want to add like a little bit more detail and stuff. So what I might do is just for now, I might actually have it where like I actually just have I might just use like the character just for now, like temporarily just use the character sprite, and then I'll remake a character once I figure out sprite. I'm keeping Mr. Stubbles. This is Mr. Stubbles archery. He's the one we're gonna keep. We're keeping him. I'll just give him treatment later down the line. But yeah, so for now, what I'm gonna just do is I'm actually gonna just use this stuff. What I'll do is inside a sprite, okay, yeah, you know what? For now, just to not muddy up what I'm currently working on, I am gonna actually create a sprite thing. I'm gonna actually grab these. I'm gonna, yeah, okay, just make sure. I'm gonna just use these for now, just temporarily. And try to center them at least. Technically, you really can't perfectly center them because I think like some of them are like 13 by 6 or like 13 or 14 pixels. So for now, I'm gonna just use these guys. And we're gonna say as player player uh, original Game Boy. We're gonna just do that. Right. Yeah, right. Let's just do that. What I think I'll do is like I'll dedicate all tomorrow just learning like a top-down character art, or I might do that a little bit later today as well. So yeah, we're gonna just do this spreadsheet. Point filter. Here we go. Oh right, I already had it. Okay. No mosaic padding. I was like, that's gonna mess me. There we go. I was like, that's not right. What we're gonna do, um, by keeping it on a grid size, I can literally just say 16 by 16, and yeah, it'll actually just slice nicely. Okay, yeah, I need to. Hold on. Why? Okay, on here, my grid sizing is 16 by 16, right? Okay. Unity, what? Version, alpha source. Oh, I wonder. When I export, okay. No, okay, that's weird. Okay, so position X. So, oh, it's literally removing. Okay, I see what happened. Okay, so what happened is it's actually removing all the alpha from this side. And like so to the left there's literally like no alpha. That's what it was doing. Okay, well, let's hope that it doesn't do that. Anyway, to prevent that from happening, let's do full record. And because that could actually be annoying. Sprite sheet should be okay. Okay, that is actually I might have to just do this as a PNG instead because it is I don't like how it just is moving over the like Unity has a sprite importer. And the a sprite importer is literally just like here actually if I just maybe if I just align like the for now I'm gonna try this align this and I'm gonna just exit out there and I'm gonna import just in case and open sprite under. Okay, yeah, that fixed it. Okay, yep, okay. So there we go. So let's do player walk 0 or oh wait actually no player walk down. Clearly there's only one like frame. Then we're gonna do player walk up. Player walk left. I normally okay. Well, I thought I'm gonna do something real quick. Generally, when I'm working with like sprites and stuff, I actually prefer to have the sprites facing to the right. For a reason, it makes a certain coding thing in the future easier. So I'm gonna actually just do that real quick. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna go back to Unity. Makes it a little bit easier for something in the future. So I'm gonna say walk right. 0 right 1. There we go. Okay, so get our little sprites and actually so we could actually so at the current moment I had to like create I would actually have to create like an animator and animation for each walk thing in Unity, which can be kind of annoying. So I want to actually get used to this workflow. There's actually a workflow where if you are working in a sprite, you can actually just have the Unity actually do its own stuff. So like actually create like the new like animation and everything. So I'm actually gonna say frame properties. I'm gonna actually do new tag where I'm gonna do this. And what I'm gonna actually do is we're gonna actually take these and I'm gonna do a new frame as well. And we're actually gonna keep those on those frame. And I'm gonna actually go here and I'm actually going to go from frame 1 to frame 2. And frame 2, this is all you got to do to actually do the original like Legend of Zelda like walk cycle. I'm not kidding, it is that simple. So watch this. Not that fast, obviously, but yeah, you get the idea. I don't, yeah. Okay, yeah. But that's it. That's literally the original like walk animation. And then you literally do the same thing. Is it alt in? I believe it's alt in. No. No. It is alt in. Okay. Alt in. So that's the second frame for walk up, and then I need 2 frames for walk right. All right, so let's go to here. So this is now officially like we're gonna start doing like the walk up animations. Do. No, those. Yep. Need to delete on this frame and this frame. So I'm gonna move over here. And now we got ourselves our walk up, and all we got to do walk up is actually grab him, and we're gonna just flip him horizontally. There you go. And then I can actually grab here, and I can say new tag. I can say player walk up. And that's it. Now if I do that, got our little like walk cycle. Obviously it shouldn't be that fast. I mean, we gotta actually like slow down, but you get the idea. All right, that's gonna be frame 1 for that side. I'm gonna get rid of these. Oh, actually delete that. Get that in here. All right, get him in here. All right, so this are gonna grab that, and then I'm going to make this new tag player walk right. There we go. So got our little like walk right animation. There we go. Now the reason why I want to do it this way, if I save now, if I go back into Unity, apply pending changes, remove them. And what I'm going to do and say sprite sheet, I'm going to say animated sprite sheet, and watch what happens. Apply. All right. Then you'll see, boom, it automatically created the animator and everything. So if I actually just drag this character in to I was like, where did Unity put him? That's not where I was dropping him in mouse. Anyways, now if I like just drag him in here, Unity automatically sets an animator, it automatically sets up the sprite sheet, everything. That's one of the useful things about like the Unity A sprite importer. There we go, we got our little running man. Cool. Okay, we need to slow that down though. I'm gonna actually slow his little running speed down by a lot. Tag properties. Let's do frame properties. Let's do 200. It's like 200. Let's see if that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that works. 200. 200, and 200 as well. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. It's not like he's not like on cocaine or anything now. He's just walking at normal speed. Oh, not 1,200. That'd be way too much. So I'm gonna actually just save. I'll go back to Unity. Should look a little bit better. There we go. He's not Speedy Gonzalez anymore. All right, so we got that. All right, so for now we got our temporary little like character animator in there and everything inside. And now it's time to actually start getting like logic and stuff. So I'm gonna be doing everything inside of low level physics in Unity. I don't want to use like the box cut or anything like stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually start preparing that. So let's actually begin. Physics controller. So I actually took some of the stuff I created when I was working on the my Metroidvania project, and I'm gonna be working with it. I need to change some things though. So I gotta let that open and resolve packages, blah blah blah, get that through. And it opened up on a different screen. Okay, anyways, get this. Alright, cool. So we have our physics controller. It's basically going to be a base class for a custom controller that we're going to be using. And basically it's going to be used for anything that has like a dynamic movement or kinematic movement inside of the project, like pushing stuff, moving enemies, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, let's actually ready and just move on to it. So what I'm gonna do is waiting for the index actually. Okay, it's gonna take a second. Well, we're gonna actually do this. So we have our ground acceleration and ground deceleration and so forth. And we have our ground max speed. So, in like the Oracle Seasons games, I don't think I'm really gonna need to worry about like acceleration. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably not even gonna like worry about that. So I'm gonna create a new script. I'm gonna say top down controller. So, and basically top down controller is gonna be used for like any boss, enemy, player, for like setting like physics. And I'm gonna just actually inherit from the base class physics controller 2D that I made, because that will actually set up a lot of stuff for me. I like how JetBrains Writer is actually doing this. Low level. And I actually am going to be wanting to actually for now, I'm not going to change the namespace, but I will be wanting to use the namespace. I will be wanting to change this namespace from SF physics low level to ETDR physics low level. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get this set up. All right. I might have to might actually have to like close and then reopen JetBrains Writer, just because it did not automatically. There's no like, if you, I don't know if people were able to notice, but there was no IntelliSense. There we go. Much better. Or not. Okay, well, give it a second to finish processing files. Hey, now that's rude. Why are you not doing that? Okay, well, one second. I might have to actually go to preferences real quick and actually just wrong when I accidentally hit shortcut instead of preferences. Get a phone call. Probably spam, right? Probably. Who cares? What is it? I gotta go to preferences real quick. I'm gonna go to external tools. I'm gonna tell it to regenerate the project files real quick, and I might have to like close Unity and JetBrains Writer. I love how Unity sometimes does that. Can't tell if that's Unity thing or JetBrains Writer thing actually. Actually, no, it's a Unity thing, because even visual, like whether you're using JetBrains Writer or Visual Studios, like sometimes it doesn't like link the like custom packages that you make and create the project files. Okay, let's see if this works now. All right. Anyways, top-down controller. Tip number 2. Okay, come on, Unity. What the heck? Solution. Let's go. Make sure. Oh, wait. I changed the I need it 1 second. It's actually, this is actually a me thing. SF I forgot. Since I reorganized my assemblies and stuff, and I forgot to create a new assembly for a new one. All right. Yeah. Okay. So give me a second. Gotta do some lovely little coding things. Let's grab this. So first things first is we need to grab the assembly for my other one. It should be this. Then there we go. And to now it's here. That looks a lot better. So the way I set up the physics controller, it's basically like a base class. One second, it's like still pulling connecting assemblies because iForce receiver. Okay, iForce receiver should be inside of the. Um. Oh right, I actually was in the middle of renaming that because I realized when I first created the class I accidentally named it wrong. There we go. There we go. And now everything should be good to go. Huzzah! Alright, so basically I'm gonna just create like a small movement controller real quick. And we'll work our way from there. So top-down controller, this is actually going to be the physics controllers. Also, I'm going to go ahead and just save that to dictionary. Do that. That way, don't see that like saying it's a grammar warning. So this is going to be like base class for all top-down controllers. But fun fact, I'm actually not going to implement that yet. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have a player-specific controller. And the reason why is I basically plan to have that first one be base class for like enemies and player and like bosses, and then I'll have a specific one called player that allows me to kind of work inside of it. And I actually have done this in the past inside my like Metrovania thing, so I'm actually going to kind of mimic it real quick and just show it off. Controllers, player controller 2D. I'm trying to follow the same naming convention that I did in my 2D Metrovania project, you know, create like a standard for like how I name stuff. Gonna put on a little bit of music while that's doing that. There we go. And go ahead and actually do this. So this will actually inherit from top-down controller. Oh yeah, I need to set the namespace for the new assembly I just created. Let's do this. Let's do that. This as well. Before I forget, I'm actually going to go into the assembly and actually set up the base namespace at down. There we go. Grab that. Apply and let it reload the domain real quick. I'll also save, which will make reload domain the second time. Anyways, but yeah, so I actually just show this off. So I actually have like a like I've actually created like something similar to this before, and it has actually been a very useful like a very useful thing to like create a base class for, because any like project I'm wanting to try to use like a little physics, I can just like reference this and I can like add new features to it whenever I want. So yeah, we're actually gonna just use these as our like little reference real quick. Alright, so we're going to start here. So first things first, I'm actually going to want a like SF shape component. FF shape component is literally my custom physics tool. So I'm not using colliders. I'm not going to be using rigid bodies or anything like that. I'm using my own like stuff. So just heads up. You do a couple of things. Let's actually just go one by one. So I'm going to need some movement stuff. I'm going to say let's say movement booleans. We're gonna just say public bool is at the current moment I only need this one for now. I'll work on them as I go along. We'll also let's actually do this. Do header as well. Let's do a physics property property or physic actually collision actually makes more sense for this, and I spelled that wrong. Then we're gonna need a public body collision body info actually wait collision info base. That's the thing about it. I actually don't need to create a custom for that. So let me actually showing that off real quick. So you go near. Okay, so for now I'm gonna just do collision info base. I will need a specific, I'll need to create a class that inherits from that, and I'll be this. But for now, I'm gonna just put this up here real quick. I'm gonna just say collision info equals new collision info base. Oh wait, actually, collision info is technically a abstract class. So yeah, let me grab this real quick, and I'm going to do. I wonder, I might be able to just reuse the same. Yeah, I might actually be able to use the exact same code for this that I use in my Metroidvania. Actually do physics. I'm actually going to move the collision info base in there. Oh wait, I'm already, or not physics, sorry, I meant collision. Collision. I was like, wait a second, I'm already in the folder for physics. Move that in there real quick. Do this, and then what I'll need to do is body collision. Oh. Grab this, and basically this will actually inherit from collision info base. And what we'll do here is we're actually going to have this grab the. And we're gonna actually want to have this inherit from this instead. Reason why is I set it up where like the collision info base is kind of like a abstract class. You have to like implement it yourself, but it does have some built-in stuff to help with collision systems. Flammable surface, get there for now. Ground collision. Might actually need to change this, like how this is worded. Instead of ground collision, maybe bottom collision. Yeah, actually, yeah, let's actually go ahead. bottom collision checks. And I'm gonna say top collision. Ceiling and grounded collision checks make sense for Metrovanias, but like we're gonna be top-down game, so we don't really need that. So yeah, this then. Yep. Okay. Cool. We're gonna we're gonna work inside of the top-down controller for a little bit first, and then we'll go to the actual like thing. So first things first, we need to do a couple stuff. I need to override on awake, and basically make sure that this is actually collision equals new. The reason why I'm actually doing it this again is because I want to see if like there's actually like a controller body inside of it. So let's do this. So I'm gonna actually go to my body collision. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna have a controller. Actually, sorry, a top-down controller. Top-down controller. I should probably rename that top-down controller body. Wait, yeah, let me rename this because there is actually a reason for top-down controller body. Ooh. And sorry. And what we're gonna do now is first I'm gonna save all these. I'm gonna say controller body, and I'm gonna just say yeah, we're gonna just say really don't need the word 2D on here. I just think it helps like I think it just helps like clarify a little bit, but yeah. So controller body, we're gonna do that, and what we're gonna say is on awake, we'll say like collision info equals new body collision, and we're actually going to say controller body 2D equals this. This way we actually have our like we can actually tell our controller to actually check our collisions and stuff like that. And we're also going to try to get our shape component out, shape component. And component, I'm gonna just say rectangle, say like add a rectangle shape. That way if we for some reason there's no SF shape component, we just do that. So yeah, that's it. And then for now, let's go to update. And now I'm gonna need on prefix update. We're gonna need a direction.x just equals 0. Direction last frame.x. This is kind of useful for like making sure like which way I'm like facing, like a controller, like a character's controller is facing, so they know like am I shooting to left, am I shooting to right, so forth. If for some reason the shape component shape is not valid, return We do not want, if our low-level physics shape is not valid, we do not want to do next part because we'll have some issues. Like, if it is valid, actually check to make sure like we actually got an actual shape geometry. Make sure all like the native arrays and stuff are like properly set up and so forth. Basically, make sure we're not like trying to run any like physics check on a incorrectly set up physics shape. That's all I care. Collision info. Check collisions. I really physics and post simulate simulate. I really need to like do this. Sooner or later I'll remember to like I need to do that, but yeah. All right, and normally we calculate our horizontal, calculate our vertical, then color curve move. So we haven't implemented the move yet, so, and we haven't implemented calculate vertical move or any of that crap. So let's not do this so we don't like cause issues. Gonna just say no for now. Nope. Also, if you ever see this, this is literally no operation. That's literally what that stands for. If you ever see that, that's literally what that stands for. Okay, I'll go ahead and just like undo these. That way, like later when I'm implementing them, I don't actually like do that. Oh. First off, let's. Oh, I just when I was first adding that, I didn't hit save on it. I thought I hit save all earlier, but whatever. Okay, so player. Did I name this twice? Player. Oh, okay, so fun fact. Whenever I was renaming this, whenever I was renaming the controller, like the top-down controller body 2D, it literally matched this like part of the case, and it just tried to do that again. Okay, that's funny. Not really. That's annoying. I was like, why is there? It's 2D. What is this, like robot from freaking Star Wars? All right, so let's go ahead, and I'm gonna add a rectangle shape because I'm pretty sure like that's all I need for this guy. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. There's. Oh, did I move the editor scripts over? I don't think I ever did. Oh, I didn't. Okay. Let's go ahead and do SF editor. Physics. Exclude. Deselect all. Only include inside editor script. Do SF editor. Physics. Cool. The level and blah blah blah. I will have to like add a reference to the since I literally just created the project like right before I start like just started setting up the project truly right before I started to stream. There's a couple things I gotta do. All right, let's try this now. Oh my God, why did you get moved all the way over here? What is with that? Hold that thought. Hold on thought. I thought something fell off. Okay, if I do 0, 0. Okay, hold on thought. Hey, Sprite, what you doing there, buddy? I was like, what the hell? Alright, reset. Wait, it's still a little off for some. Sprite. No padding. Okay. Okay, good. I was like, what? I was so confused for a second. Auto center. Generate asset, animation clips, individual events, sorting group. Alpha. Currency. Interest. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. Now he's more centered. Still not like perfectly centered. Oh, I bet it's because of. Okay, I do want this to be like that's okay. I'm gonna just have him like. I really gotta improve the way I'm setting this up for like controlling like the low level shapes, but oh well, for now it works. So we'll do this. I'm gonna actually, before I forget, set his sprite shape to 1. All right. Body definition. Let's do dynamic. Gravity scale 0. We want him to actually write to his thing. Definition. We will need to make a yes, friction on hit events or trigger events. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make a preset out of this. I'm making a preset. I do not have to worry about doing this ever bloody again. Assets here and sets. Shapes. I'm gonna say default SF shape. And then I'm going to go and I'm gonna actually set this. Actually go to preset real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to set this as the default. Windows. Actually, the preferences now. Or project settings. Set manager. Yeah. Okay. Preset manager. At a default, and I'm going to say for SF rectangle shape. By having this default, now whenever I add this like SF rectangle shape component to any script, it'll literally just make the default. That way I don't have to redo all that. Anyways, so we got ourselves a couple things. Gravity scale 0. I'm actually going to remove a couple of these things real quick because I don't need gravity. Actually, technically I do need gravity. So fun fact, Oracle Seasons has like side scrolling sections, if I remember right, where you're like swimming. Because you have like the little flippers and then there's like certain like dungeons that you actually like swim sideways on, right? Right? Oh, it's not even that, like, not even just like the sideways swimming section. There's other like sections that have like certain like underground jumping parts. If I remember correctly, I could be completely like thinking wrongly. No, there was. Okay, yeah, there was some like side-scrolling sections. Okay, yeah. Okay. So I actually gonna keep that for the side-scrolling sections. For now, I don't need it, but hey. And yeah, default physics. See, technically, by setting the default physics whenever like I enter play mode, that should automatically do that. But yeah. All right, so you get that. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go ahead and to get rid of this. Okay, I'm just gonna hold the thought. This is a organization thing that I'm doing. Actually, wait. Um, I'm trying to keep my namespaces inside of here, for all my scripts. That way, like I don't have to worry. Like I can easily see like what namespaces I'm using for my stuff compared to like what I'm using for like Unity. Um, but anyways, let's go here. And trying to think how I could, okay, so I could do like a ability, like a character ability system, and actually separate like character abilities, or I could add so I would have like horizontal movement and so forth. um I could do it that way. I just realized, um already, I love how I randomly just like see random stuff and mistakes on, but that's okay. Let me guess, I respelled this wrong too. Yeah, okay, see how it is. um Control. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was confused why it's saying that. Oh, because it's instance of this, this getter setter. I was like, why is it saying that that is not the correct naming convention? Alright, so yeah, let's actually begin. Okay, so at ourselves here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm trying to like force myself to do more on stream. One of the reasons why I'm doing this stuff is because of motivation and also trying to like overcome like low energy levels. So like some streams might be long, some streams might be short, some streams might not make any bloody sense, but hey. um let's actually get this. Let me grab the tree real quick. Let's grab let's say ground obstacles. I'm gonna do SF tiles shape. Let's, I just want okay. Yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna be doing the transform catch thing that way, like it automatically updated the transform catch. Okay, well, I'll have to do that as well. That's okay. Work in progress. I was gonna check the let's do world objects. I'm gonna actually put the overworld grid in there. Do I have Cinemachine? I'm pretty sure I don't have it. I need a, because I just created this project earlier, so I don't think I have Cinemachine in here yet. Cinemachine. Yes, I do. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's do Cinema Machine, and then let's do camera rig. Oops. Main camera. And I'm gonna do a Cinema Machine targeted camera for 2D. I'm gonna say player camera. Drag that down here, and I'm gonna have the player tag. Also, let's actually go ahead and make a prefab of this. I'm gonna just have like the Cinema Machine have like the gonna just set up the Cinema Machine and get their orthographic size needs to be 5. Default to 3.3. That's weird. It's actually weird. It just randomly like defaulted like 3.3 for orthographic size, but whatever. Yay. Okay, so a sprite animate, like the actual a sprite fall is actually working like animation wise, so like he's actually like playing his like animation. Okay, cool. And it's not too fast, so yeah. All right, so like the first day is literally just getting some assets set up, so like character and stuff, but let's go ahead and actually work on getting like the input and stuff, so we can actually move the character around. I already got like most of the physics and stuff already set up, so it's not going to be that hard. Input module. Let's just do actually since I am trying to like keep a lot of the stuff between my Metroidvania package and the top-down package same, I can actually just technically use the FF input manager that I've already created, and I can actually just like copy it in. There we go. So like the first couple days, I'm actually, it's not going to be like too hard. Yes. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yep, okay, cool. So I'm gonna drag in the stuff real quick for the ability module and stuff, because I've already created the ability module whenever I was working on the Castlevania like and Metroid like project. So I'm gonna just grab these real quick. I will have to change some of them. Let's actually go here and let's just open this up. Now I'm gonna just grab these. Copy them in here, and then there we go, import them. So then it's gonna probably say, yep, no longer need that namespace. It used to be what I would call the namespace. When I was doing like the 6 alpha for the Metroidvania toolkit I was working on, I can even open it up. I was renaming stuff, trying to like make it a lot more universal, and trying to like make it easier to just work on it, on like going from like top down to like side scroller physics. I've gotten it pretty good so far. Like what I need to do. Okay, and yeah, like I actually have like this little like Metroidvania project. Some of the code in the Metroidvania project actually works inside of the like top-down project as well, and it's just nice. I just gotta like bring it over and tweak it quite a bit. So the goal is to make it where like I have one like core system that can be used for like switching back and forth between like top-down, side scroller, stuff like that. Like it literally can be used for any type of like game. Also some of these errors is actually just me needing to update the assembly input. Unity input, like how there's also an input system for UI. And that'll fix some of the errors. Yeah, okay, that fixed most of the errors. Oh yeah, I need the movement status. because I actually had a system for like movement status, like being froze and stuff like that. Let's do this. Let's go to grab this real quick. Okay, so I gotta import that. Go to characters. Let's just do characters. And I just need the character state. And yep, okay, yep, that solves a little bit of that. Oh, I freaking forgot about the weapon base. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay, cool. You know, I'm gonna take a second and import all the necessary stuff real quick. That's literally pretty much what like I was expecting is like day one I'll probably have to like import a few different things. Which yeah, I kind of figured I would. Oh, you know, want to copy it, not like move it. Alright, so that is the character that'll be like the character renderer. 1 second, I just gotta grab a couple more. Need to grab the managers real quick. Camera core. Oh yeah. Let's grab the camera stuff real quick. Okay, so camera. Let go in there. Alright, get that in there. 1 second. Cat. The Savannah monitor and tries to do some weird things sometimes. He tries to like go into okay. There's so give me a second. There's gonna be errors just for like a couple seconds while I'm dragging in these stuff. The goal is to make like a little package where I can literally just like import import it, which is actually what I'm like doing right now. All right, so we need the managers. And there is quite a bit here. So this might take like a couple seconds, but I'll get rid of some of theirs. Also add more, but technically, that's not the problem, right? I need to add the combat module. Okay, combat module. Copy that in there. Weapon module, technically. Grab that real quick. Okay, so okay, so while I'm like doing this, I'm also doing the updating, like I'm moving to the characters, or like moving to namespaces and stuff. So let's actually do using input module. There we go. Don't really need that now. So we can get rid of that namespace because we won't be using that at all. This will probably take like 2 or 3 minutes, and then after that we can start seeing characters and a lot of other stuff like moving. I just gotta like move over the scripts from the Metroidvania package over, and I'll have to tweak some of them because the Metroidvania package took in Gravity, for example, because it was like a top-down game. But yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's grab the audio module next. So yeah, okay, so audio module, like do you know the Metroidvania package that I was working on is on GitHub for free. Like I just literally have a crap ton of stuff on that GitHub repo. It has like a built-in save system for Unity and stuff like that. Yeah, all right. There's that. Okay, that gets rid of. Okay, now we're starting to see a lot less. As I actually get stuff in here, we'll actually start seeing less and less. Errors. Okay, and I'll also have to grab some machine or some of the namespaces from Unity real quick. Okay, there we go. Now we're starting to get then spawn module. All right. Yeah. I think I'm gonna redo most of the spawn module, actually, but I'll do that in a little bit. Then the data management module, yay! Oh, I'm actually wondering if I should just grab data module, check. Grab those. Oh, okay, yeah. So we actually don't need to experience it, because I mean we're not gonna like, or Legend of Zelda Oracle Seasons not have experience stuff, so we can actually remove some of this. Don't need that. Let me actually do that. Yeah. So as well as me, like I gotta remove stuff that I don't need from like copying stuff over from Metroidvania module over. So let's actually go and we're gonna do the item system, grab it. You know, that's gonna like just bring a whole fun set of stuff. Bring in stat system. Stat module I'll be able to like remove a crap ton of because I don't need like a full RPG or Metroidvania thing. Yeah, so I don't need any of this experience stuff anymore, so we don't need any of that. To do data management, which is where I actually brought in the game initializers, managers. But I already brought over the data stuff. Data module, game initializers. Oh, okay. I need to bring in the game initializers. Like, yeah, like it's gonna take like a couple seconds, but it's okay. Reason why I'm doing this is once I get this in, I can quickly like just go and do a lot of stuff. Let's do. Alright, how about this? You know what, screw it. Instead of like just doing this one by one. Okay, so UI overlay, transition system, state machine, stat system. No, I already got the stat system, save system, room module, projectile, pathfinding netcode. Alright, that's gonna bring in a lot of stuff. That's gonna bring in a lot of stuff as well. Don't need this anymore. Oh, don't need that. Yay! Woo! I knew that was coming. Oh yeah, level module. Need that. Thank God I only had to do this once. I think what would be next one? Okay, yeah. Anything that says character stuff like that I do not need. Using interact. Oh, yeah, I actually need this one. I think that's like one of the last ones left. I really need to like copy and do the folder. Yeah, grab that. and handle module. Handle module is more of a kind of a helper class for like a line of sight and a few other things like creating stuff like that. Yay, okay, cool. Okay, I already need that. Needs to be a player controller 2D now. Controller body 2D. Yeah. Ooh, I forgot about the dialogue system. Alright, that actually, okay, wait a second. This actually needs to be removed and moved into a different thing. Okay, hold the thought. Yeah, okay, I'm actually gonna remove that script because I actually have a like a dialogue tool coming in. So don't actually need that. Oops, don't know why I accidentally that up. Okay, cool. Grab that, yeah. And that. Alright, now it's just cleanup time. Input module. Using interactables. There we go. Player controller body 2D. There, and get that in there. Next thing, remove this, remove this. I'm so glad I only had to do this once. Using input. There you go, remove those. That needs to be player controller body 2D. Oh yes, that looks like all this. Okay. Cool. Not doing the module. Oh, I didn't get the game settings. 1 second. I missed the module. Alright, cool. So, there we go. There's still some errors down here that I need to do, but that's okay. For now, I will be implementing the dialogue system in a bit, but I have other things that I can do. Get it out of the way. Using room module, using module, and oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to rename that. I'll rename that later. Controller body 2D. Then using room module. Yeah. This first stream is literally just me send this stuff and then never having to do this ever again. Which is nice. Normally I would not do this on stream, but I'm gonna be honest, like I need like a motivation. I need like the motivation stuff to actually just push through with this fun things. Good, there we go. All right. Using interactive. Oh no, interactables. I need to fix that. Missing. Everybody controller. Oh, where? Go. And then we have the Yeah, I put the health inside the damage module, didn't I? There we go. Alright. Alright. Not gonna be using that for this characters. Using physics low level. There we go. Not gonna be doing that. Instead, right. I need to add like the character state to it. So let's do character state. Let's actually go and characters. Yeah, import that. And low level. There we go. And that should fix a lot of that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna actually like close everything that I currently have open. That way I can get like a clean view of what I still need to do. Okay, yeah, no longer using experience. Don't need that anymore. Spawn. No longer have that stuff anymore. Because this top-down game does not specifically need that. And that needs to be top-down body 2D. Same thing. That needs to be player controller body 2D. We're gonna this. That feels weirdly satisfying doing such a huge amount of code cleanup. I've been wanting to like clean like a lot of the code stuff up for a while now, so it feels nice to actually be able to clean it up. Don't need this for now. Don't need any of that anymore. Using a spawn module, and I can get rid of that. Using state machine, core. Get rid of that. Actually, I'm gonna keep it like a specifically define using state machine core. If you notice, by the way, when I have it defined up here, I need to have the state machine define all up here. I actually don't. The reason why is by putting namespace right here, it can actually go back a level in namespace, and then it can go forward. So like literally just saying using core is the by saying just using core, it'll actually just add it onto like the official, like the original defined namespace. So this is saying sf state machine dot core. That's why I don't need to do like the saying using sf state machine. Now I can actually just say using just weapons here. Anyways, we are almost done moving this stuff over. Yeah. Buddy. Okay. I'll move the namespaces over later. Try to remember where all wait, cannot resolve. Oh, import missing file. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. And it's almost set. So like for anybody that joins in during this process, I'm moving my I had a Metroidvania toolkit, and I'm now like making a Legend of Zelda like top-down version of it. So I'm having to do a small amount of tweaks to like the code to make sure that it's actually like works properly with top-down. I'm almost done actually, thankfully. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that. I'm just having to clean up. Oh, got it. Oh, I missed one file to import. So Unity, I need to like create that real quick. Let's go to the input module. Oh, actually just straight up in it. Cool. Um, so I'm actually going to go to project settings real quick. I'm gonna create our input control file real quick. Input system. Where is this file? So I actually need to take this and actually like move it into the custom package real quick. Right, that, and then go in here, and I need to move this in here, and I need to just say controls. Controls. The reason why is whenever you create like an input action, you can actually say generate C# class, and it'll actually create a lot of like useful stuff. And I'm gonna just say sf.input module. Oh, before I hit apply there, make sure I'm putting this in the right one. Wait, let's actually go here real quick. I'm pretty sure that's the right. I'm gonna just copy that just so I don't accidentally mistype it. Yay, okay. So actually we'll get rid of that, and I just got to go through and make sure I'm not missing any more of these. So I have like less than, thankfully, 2 seconds on finishing this. Where errors? Oh, I gotta import that. And great. Yeah, let's actually find in files. Okay, so that's literally yeah. So all the errors is literally just replacing that. I'm not gonna do it automatically. Okay, there is no crouching in Oracle seasons, so I can get rid of that. There is actually jumping. So in Oracle seasons, there are actually like platforming sections. So we actually do need this one. Oracle seasons have a cape. Oh wow, I don't even remember that one. All right. You know what? For now, I'm gonna actually keep that. So all I gotta do is just these is jumping, is falling. And the reason why I'm setting these up is I actually have them where it automatically sets up the animator. Because I really got tired of like setting up animator in some sections of like creating characters. And then, whoop, nope. Oh, it's so good. We're almost at, yeah, I can see the end of the tunnel. I guess that's the appropriate saying here. And just need to import reference. Okay. Player controller body. And I'm gonna say also, if anybody sees this code that says like on trigger end, on trigger begin, that is the low level physics version equivalent to like on trigger enter 2D. So this is the low level physics version of the on trigger enter 2D. Since I'm not using any rigid bodies, no colliders at all. I do not use those methods. I'm using the on trigger begin, and basically for better performance, and honestly it's a lot more customizable. I can do so much more with this than the original like on trigger enter 2D stuff. Let me click save all real quick, see what all I still have. Oh, yep. I need to add that to the assembly real quick. And since I'm doing low-level physics, I'm going to be able to actually like multi-thread and do a lot of like burst compiling stuff. Really overkill for like this type of game, but I want to just actually get into the habit of doing it. Oh, that's actually like most of my things. Hey, I think that's it. There should be one more. Are we done? No. Oh, okay, okay. So technically, that is actually what it is. So I gotta just like name the inputs real quick. So I need, yeah. So technically, the rest of this is not really um like a coding error. Whenever I generate it, chose this option, it will actually generate special like interfaces and stuff. And I just need to actually like create it. So like as game control here. So I'm gonna actually just go here and I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna action match. I'm gonna name it game control. And then I'm gonna go back and so it says pause toggle. So I'm actually gonna rename this action. And if I actually save the asset here, there's no more errors. Yeah, so most of these other errors is literally I just need to actually like set up the input. So let's do that real quick. All right, so player just needs a glide. And then we need running. Oh, technically we don't need running because there's no like sprint inside of actually, yeah, we don't really need running. Actually, is there Pegasus boots? I guess we actually do need it. Yeah. I'm gonna just use this for Pegasus boots. And even if there is no Pegasus boots inside Oracle Seasons, I actually cannot generally remember off the top of my head. I will I plan to like customize it a little bit and just add my own thing. All right. So now I can just remove this. So we don't need the crouchability, so I'm actually going to just delete that script. Crouchability. And damage blink, I'm actually going to be setting that up a little bit different. So don't really need to worry about that. Yeah, I was so excited. I thought I was almost done. But, oh, it looks like this is the last batch of it. Technically, there is actually climbing. Because you can actually like climb up vines, climb up walls, stuff like that. So I actually do need this. So, okay, that it's climbing. So, okay. So we are gonna need that. And, oh, I need to bring over the resize thing. There's over like 200 scripts that I'm taking from my Metroidvania package. So like there was a lot of stuff that I had to like copy over. There we go. But at least now if I ever want to make a platforming game, a Metroidvania game, or like a what's it called? Like top-down Zelda like game, I don't have to like start from scratch. Okay, yeah, game loader, I know. And then it looks like the last things are copying over the detection system that I created. So I'm gonna just grab those, copy them over, and that should be a top-down controller. Please be done. No. Oh, okay, yeah, no. Reset. Need to like copy. Yeah. For now, I'm just gonna like actually put these down there. And then last thing should be like the save and the game loader stuff. And just grabbing the namespaces. Player controller 2D. That's. Oh, right. Okay. So I'm using I'm literally grabbing RAM, like memory and RAM and stuff. So I actually have some code using pointers, and I'm also using native list. Or basically a high performance code. Like I said, overkill for this project, but I really want to just like get used to like doing the low level physics for all things. So I actually need to bring in Unity's collection. I will be doing a lot of like burst compiling and a lot of like parallel and like multi-threading coding. So I'm actually shocked I managed to get most of this done the very first stream, because this is literally day one. So if I can get all the code brought over and so forth, that it, yay! Cool. All right. So what do we got? All right, we got our. So let me make sure that the data stuff actually. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, I didn't bring over the editor stuff yet, but that's okay. Or like the editor code yet, but that's okay for now. I just wanted to actually get to runtime things. Let's make sure this stuff is actually working as intended. I am going to, let's just do pathfinding. Do pathfinding real quick. Pathfinding manager, request manager. I'm gonna just do a pathfinding grid real quick. That way I know, like, hey, enemies can actually do stuff, and we're gonna, oh, right, I actually just have them now. I forgot. I only need one grid now. I used to need, I used to have to use different thing, but I completely forgot. Let's actually do, yeah, actually, I can get rid of this now, path A star. Set up the grid. Let's just say, let's say grid notice. Let's do 10 by 10 bug draw grid. Yay! Okay, cool. So a couple things. When I first created the pathfinding system, whoops, I didn't mean to close it as well. I was still using the like gliders and rigid bodies. Now since I'm using the low level physics, I gotta rework. I gotta like change that. It shouldn't be a problem though. So instead of using layer mask, because layer masks do not work inside of the low level physics, you have to do what is called a physics mask. So well, I can even show this off. So physics mask is basically you actually have a bit mask stuff that you can actually like take into like the array indices and stuff, and you can do some fun stuff with it. But yeah, so I'm gonna say I'm actually gonna just copy this. Do that. I'm gonna take that, and now if I actually go down here, there should be, yep. So I'm gonna just actually duplicate this so we can no longer use physics 2D. Instead, there's a thing called physics world, and there's actually a couple things we can actually do here. Physics world is basically like imagine you have in low level physics, you could have different like physics objects only interact with things that are in its reality. So physics world is like each grouped reality that like objects can interact with. And the reason why that's nice is like, for example, I forgot the name of it, but the Legend of Zelda game where you could actually like go into the wall like a shadow or like a painting, you could actually have two physics world. One is the actual like normal game, and then like the second physics world is like the actual like wall, and you could literally make shadows be collision, which is one of the reasons why I'm like moving to low level physics, because you could just turn shadows into a collision element. So it's super easy. So you could literally move your character from one physics world to another physics world to make it where he's like walking in the overworld, and then he just goes into a wall and he starts to collide and jump on shadows and stuff like that. That's literally a really cool use of the new system, and that's why I'm like moving towards the low level physics. There's a lot cooler features, a lot more customizable, and it's a lot better performance. Yeah, it's built-in sprite and terrain destruction. So like I can actually like have Zelda blow up an actual tree and just see the tree actually like fall over, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, do you know I am still learning this stuff, so be warned. Uh, I have not like fully got to it. Okay, so public. I'm actually gonna do physics world. I'm gonna say physics world. Actually, wait. Instead of doing that, I don't need like a constantly. I just need it the one time that it's actually like like actually generating. So world. Yeah, I'm gonna actually just set this to like a default world. Default world. Whenever you're using Unity's like low-level physics, if I actually go to my project settings real quick. Inside of Unity, there is a new tab called low-level physics. If I actually click on this asset, inside of the low-level physics, you can actually define a default settings for your like actual like low-level physics world and so forth. So whenever you're actually like calling this like a line of code and saying physics default world, you're actually just setting whatever you have these. I'm actually glad I brought this up because I need to set gravity to 0 because we're in a top-down game. We don't need gravity in most cases. There are some cases we'll actually need gravity. So I'm gonna just do that. Let me check these real quick. Actually make sure. Also, there's a really cool like just visual debug system like built into new physics. Nice. All right, so go here. I'm gonna say physics world, and then what I'm gonna do. Because I believe it's not a static message. Oh, actually, I might need physics. Oh, okay, yeah, I can do it. I can say cast. Yeah, I can say cast shape. Cool, I can do it. Awesome. That's what I was hoping. So what we're gonna do is, okay, we can actually do this a little bit different now. Like before, I actually was just like saying, oh, actually, wait, physics query, physics query. There's also a, yeah, maybe I might be able to just use this. Circle. I might be able to just use this. Possibly. World. Is there like a? Okay, so there is like a overlap. Result. Okay, cool. World overlap result. Let's see what this is. Results from performing overlap query. Yeah. Okay. Fine usages. Because I'm pretty sure. Okay. Yeah. So I was spot on. Okay. So it is inside world. Okay. So I could say overlap shape. And since this is actually returning a native array, I'm gonna actually have to say using native array, and what does this? I'm assuming it gives back a overlap result. Yeah, world overlap result. Results. I'm gonna actually do this up here, so we actually do this. Instead of AABB though, we want to do overlap. Oh wait, oh hey, there is actually like just straight up there's actually just straight up overlap point. Cool. That returns a boolean. Okay, I might be able to just do that. But the question is, how do I? Okay, so if I do the test overlap point, new physics shape, proxy point. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. I see. It creates a shape proxy. Shape proxy is kind of like a generic description of a physics geometry that actually doesn't have any of its like material defined, and by material like surface material, like friction, stuff like that. So that was probably like badly like described, but so I can just do a query filter. Okay, so instead of like doing physics math, I can just do a public query filter. Query filter. Physics query filter. Okay. I'll just say unwalkable filter. Okay, so I actually don't need unwalkable mass at all. I can actually just do this instead. And then I don't need this. Help. And then do moves right. Okay, so do this. We're gonna find out. I don't no longer need to do this. I'm gonna be honest. I have not used test overlap point, so I don't know if this is gonna work. Hey, we're gonna find out. Literally, I've never used this method before, and this is gonna be a fun one. Okay, so okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, obstacles, exactly what I want. Hit categories, obstacles. Cool. Perfect. So I literally had to write my own custom physics shapes, which was actually nice. Like I actually enjoyed learning how to do that. I need to do this. Okay, so we have obstacles. To player before I forget. Works. Move this. In the low level physics, you do not use the game object layers, which is nice. And you're not limited to 32 layers. So I can actually go down and I can actually go to my thing and I can actually say, okay, player. And if you notice, you can actually have like multiple layers be assigned to one thing. So like, let's say, for example, I got like player. Now I could have like projectiles. Okay, cool. We got projectiles now. So now if I actually go back to like my player, pretend this was arrow. Okay, I could say, hey, this is a player projectile. You know, stuff like that. You could do some weird stuff. But yeah, okay, so pathfinding. Let's just do obstacles. Nothing obstacles. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is okay, well, let's actually just see if that just generally works. I've never used this function before, so I don't know how this works. Hmm. Wait. Oh, well, I need to actually move these to only the obstacle layer. Let's do contact. Don't think I need to use I might not need trigger events. We're gonna find out. Okay. Alright, okay. C++ code land. We're gonna go to C++ code land. Yay. Okay. Blah blah blah. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's actually just do this real quick. I'm gonna kind of wait, actually, see, I think this actually was returning a uh, obstacles. Overlap shape. Okay, was it array? I couldn't remember if it was array or world overlap results. I'm assuming this is not serialized, is it? No, it is not. Okay. Oh, it's read only. Okay, that's why. This is yes. Okay, so okay, so I can actually wait, let's do using. I want to check this out, and then I'm assuming yeah. So what I'm gonna just do, just because I want to do this quick and dirty, I'm gonna just say public as shape component, or actually, yeah, we'll just do private. And I'm gonna do this dot shape. I'm gonna say, okay, so what was the second one? Okay, filter, unwalkable filter, and yeah, okay. I was making sure like default to like a temp. Whenever you're like doing creating like new native arrays, if I said like a native array, and I did I'm gonna just say int. Just show this off. Like test int. And I'm gonna say a new native array. And maybe I'm gonna say I'm gonna do like allocator. I'm gonna just like demonstrate this just to yeah, actually just oh no, that's not what I was wanting. Allocator dot do temp job. It's gonna be a fun one. And I'm gonna just say temp just to show this off. So the reason why you have to use the using keyboard here is I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna oh, what was that kind of formatting? That just formatted weird. If I do this and I go back into Unity, I actually hit play mode and then exit play mode, we're gonna see some funness. Ignoring that one. Okay. Oh wait, do I have burst compiler on? Course on open vector. Actually, show this off. I was gonna say, you can create like memory leaks. we'll just put it on there. You got to clean up your like native arrays and stuff. If you don't, you can actually create like lovely little memory leaks and stuff. So yeah, but if you use like the using statement, it'll automatically like clean it up for you whenever it goes out of scope for that method. So that's why if anybody's seeing me add like the using statement, I'm trying not to do memory leaks here. Let's do this part. Okay, so we're gonna say debug.log. I'm gonna say obstacles found or obstacles count. I'm gonna just do obstacles dot length. I might okay. There's generally a little bit easier way to, or like okay, there's an easier way to do this, but it's not as performant. Oh wait, oh I just realized. When am I generating the grid? I might be generating grid before the physics. Oh, whoops. I know why. like I said, I've been very tired for like a couple weeks now. Let's do that real quick. Kind of helps if I actually assign it. I'll clean up the code in a little bit. I just want to see if this works. So let's actually do. Let's actually just do. Let's just do that. I want to see this real quick. I want to see if. Yeah, I want to just see this. Let's see if this works. I'm hoping it says 1. Okay. Obstacles overlap shapes. Physics world shape component not shape. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure the grid is. Oh yeah, the grid's being generated in Wake. Okay, hold on, that's the issue. Okay, so yeah. When I was originally writing this stuff, since I wasn't using little physics, I could do stuff in Awake, but I have to do this in Start now, and the reason why is inside of like the SF shape component class, we actually are generating the shape and actually like getting the like native lifts and stuff, and we're actually like setting it inside of like on enable. There's a reason why not all of it is done in Wake, but we have to wait until like on enable is actually done. Fun times of like writing your own like little custom physics thing. After today, I'll have like all the like jank out and set up. Kimi, come on. Oh no, I'm just stupid. Okay, wait a second, hold on. Dude, ignore that. I was like, why? I still would. I would have needed to do that anyways, but I forgot. Yay. Okay. Cool. Wait, 2. Oh, he was overlapping. Yay. Okay. So okay, I was just gonna move this square over here. Wait, yay. Okay. Right, so low, it's hard, I don't know how well it shows on stream, but there are red squares here. Okay, cool. So I can get this working with like the little path physics. Also, fun fact, I'm just literally like casting this shape per tile. So this shape could literally just be off into the oblivion. Like I could literally just like throw it off here, like, oh, there we go. He's just off to the oblivion. And I like go back in here. Look, even though he's off to oblivion, it still works. Welcome to writing your own janky or like custom physics stuff. It's a beautiful and horrifyingly stupid at the same time. So since I'm doing a grid brace thing, what I'll do is I actually will make this like a specifically, I had this as a SF shape. I need to set it as SF rectangle. Do you know SF rectangle inherits from SF shape component, so I won't have to like change anything there. But yeah, let's do this. So now if I do that, I'm gonna drag a little enemy in here, and we're gonna see if the enemies follow the player. I'm gonna open up my Metroidvania project. It's been a few months since I've done like the since I first wrote up the pathfinding stuff. I want to make sure that I have like the structure right. Let's go. If I actually go, I have like a little bat that I was testing out this on. Let's actually go. Oh yeah, I was testing this on the peering bat. Pure bat. Let's actually make sure. Yeah, okay, him. Yeah, let's bring him out here. Make sure like get him test out real quick. And I want to just set the. I'm gonna just lazily set the peering or the player as the target. Do do oh wait, okay, let's actually just have I forgot. I was still in the middle of doing that. Let's grab the player real quick. I just want to test this out, make sure that I had this like correctly doing this in here as well. Okay. So pairing bat, you're gonna just I know I had this working on like, oh, I was actually streaming this a couple days ago and I know I had it working. Okay. I just can't remember if I had the structure right. So let's see. I'm hoping. Okay. Oh. All right. Yes and no. It's gonna be. I just want to like click this real quick. I want to just like test this out because this was the last thing I was like testing out before doing this. Yeah. Okay. Ignore. Why did my physics just go wonky? Oh, that's why. Okay. Alright, yay. Yeah, okay. So basically I need to just set up enemy. Link, you're gonna be followed by Shadow Link for a little bit. Alright, everyone meet Shadow Link. He is he's just our little shadowy friend. Let's just do that. And set him up. I'm gonna just add a little state machine brain object onto him, state brain. We're gonna just do that. So state machine brain, and we're gonna say pathfinding. Let's make this the default state. And for now, I'm gonna just set this up. And we're gonna say there. Just make the speed to like 2.5 for now. Chase the player, and I think that's good. Have Link start off disabled real quick, or I just want to see if this works. I like how I'm testing out pathfinding grid before making the player move. Technically, I only need to like just like call the like input. Alright, oh right. On it. Oh, you know what? Because I manually set him, I need to add. I actually need to do that. I just need to add one little. Not evil. And just do that. So I can like forcibly, like manually, like just add one in inspector. That way I can test stuff out. I might need to adjust like the like obstacle like size for like avoiding. Now control the game object. Oh. Okay, let's go state machine brain. Oh, whoops. Need to do that. There we go. I'm gonna have to like add some checks that way. Yay! My stupidity works. No, my stupidity somewhat does not work. Well, I mean, whatever. Yay. Okay. So, yes, no, that's actually what I was expecting, except for him going for the tree. Uh, Let me actually grab him real quick. I just want to see something. Need it. Yeah, let's actually test it out. Day one is field of jank testing, but that's okay. All right. Okay. Uh, mm, well, close enough for now. All right. Well, I'll have to update the logic for like when I was using colliders and rigid bodies, it was working. I already knew I was gonna have to do more tweaks whenever I converted over low level physics. But anyways, he moves. He actually can like find a player. That's all I care about. Now I can actually go to like player controller body and stuff like that. So override this. I'm gonna just do this real quick before I forget. Go to characters. I'm gonna just do enemies. Now I'm gonna just shove Shadow Link in here just for testing reasons. 3.5 variant. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna just create my player state machine, or like my player abilities. And I'm gonna do player, actually ability controller, and I'm gonna just say horizontal movement for now. I'm gonna set this up, apply that. Is running toggleable. Like I said, I'm gonna like move that to like Pegasus boots and stuff. Also need to create a manager script so we actually have like the input manager and stuff in here. So let's go ahead. Let's do input manager. But that should be good for now. Ability controller, player ability controller. I don't think I actually need that anymore. I don't think I need that anymore. I had that in there for testing purposes earlier, but I no longer need that. Okay, let's do this. I just want to make sure like the ability is actually being picked up, like the horizontal movement ability. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. It's initialized. Can start ability. Oh, so let's add the game control, the game manager. Kind of helps like control like are we gonna cut like keeps track of like save blocks, game settings, and also like what the player like currently is doing. Like, are we in the menu? Like, not like the player in game, but like actual like person playing the game. Like, are they in like pause menu? Are they like watching cutscenes, stuff like that? Gonna do game settings. I'm gonna just go in here and we're gonna just do a data. Oh, I think it's actually under. Oh, I actually just shoved it under game settings. Probably should update that. And display settings, let's do vsync. And anything else? Okay, no errors. That's good. All right, so got no errors. That's actually what I was hoping for. Now we can actually start setting up like the character moving and all that kind of crap. ADHD and tiredness is making me repeat a couple things. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin now. So let's do controls player move. Let's set up the actual input stuff. So if I actually go to player move, what it currently has for that pause keys. Actually, that looks like it's correct. Move. Okay, let's actually do this. Debug.log. Make sure that this is actually registering moving. While it's compiling, I'm gonna go turn on my heat. Get a little cold. It's only -1 degrees outside. And I'm back. All right. Make sure. Oh wait. Okay. It's also making sure the project-wide assets was set correctly. Okay. Okay, we are moving. Or it is actually registering input. Okay, so let's go here. Make sure. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay. You know what? I need to do this real quick because I actually don't know if I set this up. Let's make sure. Okay, dynamic check current check. Gravity scale 0. Make sure I'm awake. Make sure that make sure I got all that stuff set up. And also need to set up a couple other things. Okay, gravity scale 0 and line speed, movement speed is frozen. Check. This volume should be none. Movement speed. Let me see if my movement state is actually properly. I feel like I'm remembering or I'm forgetting to do one little thing real quick. Okay, so it is updating my direction. Oh, no, don't do that. So it is updating my direction. Gotcha. Oh, right. I just remembered. One second. I need to set up this math formula real quick. Whoops. Okay, so let me actually open this up, mess it up. Yeah, I forgot what when I was like first importing everything in, I was actually like, I gotta do this real quick. I was like, wait a second, something's not right here. Oh, I know why. That's why. Let's do alright, so first thing we want to do, we want to make sure that the shape component that we have attached to the controller body is not null. So if null, we also want to make sure that the shape component dot shape is valid. Because if this is not valid, we do not want to even attempt to do anything with low-level physics. So we're going to go back. We need to check to see if we're frozen. So if our character is actually like frozen, whether like a status effect or something else. And that actually, for now, I'm going to just say equals 0. Actually, we're going to say new vector 2. I'm going to say 0, 0, or actually say vector 2.0. And we also need to check to make sure our character is not dead. Because it'd be a little awkward if he's just dead and he's just roaming around peacefully. Dot character status equals character status dead. Actually, I'm gonna because we can actually just do the same thing here. So I'm going to just do that. And external velocity not equal vector 2.0. We want to calculate the velocity, or like set the calculated velocity to external velocity. So external velocity, this is like knockback, or like if you jump on like a spring or something and it sets your velocity to a certain value. If external velocity is not 0, we know like we have knockback or something, so we want to make sure our calculated velocity is just set to knockback. And then we, after we set the calculated velocity to external velocity, go ahead and like tell external velocity is 0 again for next frame. Then I can just say shape component.body. And you know, this is not a rigid body. This is called a physics body. Physics bodies are read-only struct used for low-level physics in Unity. It pretty much is the equivalent. It's like the low-level physics version of a rigid body. So if you're used to like rigid body, you will pretty much be able to know like what all is inside a physics body. Then we just set the linear velocity. For now, we'll need to do like checks to see like if we're like climbing a vine to do because we don't want to be able to move left or right if we're climbing a vine. And what we're gonna want to do is we want to check to see what direction of our input is in. So like if direction does not equal 0, so we're not idle. We want to get our reference speed. Reference speed basically checks to see like checks our current speed versus the max speed to make sure like we never go over like the maximum speed, allowing for like a decent like acceleration. We could just do like clamp and then we just say reference speed, so like the current reference speed, set it that the minimum value is 0, and then set check the current physics like max speed, and then we can say calculate velocity and just tell it to move towards. We can tell our like x velocity to actually move towards the reference speed times the direction of the input. And the reason why we do this is like if you're doing left, so if you're like holding like the left key, or like if you're holding like a key, like if you're doing WASD controls, it will make sure that our velocity is negative, so we're moving on the left side of the screen, or like moving towards left side of the screen, not the right side. And then we just need to do current physics dot ground acceleration. Actually, could do a couple of things here, but I think ground acceleration is like best for now. So that way we have like a type of acceleration for like stuff like that. And then we actually wait. That's actually it for that part. We do want to check. So if we have no input, we just say calculated velocity dot x equals mathf towards. So this would be like deceleration. Most cases, deceleration, it's going to be instant for like most top-down games if you want like snappy controls. But if you want ice physics, yeah, if you want ice physics, you can actually have a deceleration and make the character slip. So yeah, just something to think about. And then say current physics dot ground deceleration. All right, that actually takes care of like a horizontal, and for most part, actually wait, we should do collision checks. If we collide against a wall or something, we kind of want to stop. Is colliding left and direction dot x is less than 0, so is colliding. brain damage people. I was like, wait a second. Did I really typed that in my old code? I think I typed that in my old code too. Oh. But yeah, okay, so like if we're colliding left, we just want to say equals 0. Same thing with colliding right. And we just want to put that. And yeah, so now we have deceleration and acceleration. Like I said, most of the time you're going to have very snappy controls. But if you have like a reason why I added like a deceleration and so forth is if you are like, if you want to have like ice physics or something, you can. All right, so let's go ahead and click play. Let's make sure that I can actually move around and so forth. Yep, okay, so I can move left and right. There we go. Yep. So let's just do vertical, and before I forget, I'm actually taking out that real quick. And originally, this script was part of the like Metroidvania toolkit, so I just called it horizontal movement velocity or movement ability. I can actually just call it like use this for like both vertical and horizontal movement now. So I'm actually going to rename this script real quick. So let's go here and this up. And the reason why I have like the movement abilities and stuff as separate scripts is I can reuse the same thing for enemies, bosses, NPCs that follow me, and so forth. So instead of having to like reuse a lot of code or like redo a lot of like similar logic, I can just not have to. Makes life a lot easier. I'm gonna actually gonna rename this. I'm gonna just say movement ability. Since this is no longer inside like the Metroidvania kit, and I'm gonna actually update this, rename this to movement ability as well. Now since I actually fixed a couple of these, I actually don't need some of these using statements. So what shall we do now? Go here and let's just check this out. All right, so if I actually go back here, this is automatically create these are actually automatically created from Unity's like project-wide input actions. So I'm actually gonna just add a little check real quick. See like, am I doing like up, down, left, right, so forth. Let's do this. Actually, I don't need to do anything else here. Just realize this. So I actually don't have to do anything new there because I can actually just check direction.y. Because I already had direction set as a vector. So I could just go here. Do climbing. Okay. But we don't worry about, I'm not going to be doing climbing yet. What we're going to do is I'm going to check to make sure I can I won't need this yet because most of the Oracle games are on like top down, but there are platforming sections, so that's why I have the is grounded. I don't need to do that yet actually, so I don't even have to worry about that right now. Later on I'll have to add like when I start implementing side scrolling section, I'll have to implement a if check, but for now I don't need to worry about it. All right, square root I'm gonna do, actually wait, no, we don't need gravity. Right, we don't need gravity. I was about to do like the math formula like for gravity. Okay, actually I could just do this fun little thing. I could probably just merge this into like actually no, I'm gonna keep the calculate horizontal and separate for a couple of reasons. But I can actually just bring this down here and I could just say direction not y. I can literally just go here and just replace these all with with y real quick. And then we're gonna say y, and calculated velocity, ground deceleration. Yeah, I can literally just all I have to do is just set these to be y instead of x. Make sure I don't miss anything. And then I need to say is colliding below, colliding above. Yeah, there we go. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Cool. All right, that should just let us move up and down now. Do. Aww. Oh, okay, so maybe I did need to, let's go back to movement ability. Am I only setting direction .x? I thought I just, oh, okay, all right, mm, yeah, I forgot why I had this. Oh, actually, there was a reason for doing this. I'm gonna keep this message here, actually. I actually did have a reason for this weirdness. I forgot about this part. Let's do this. There was like one line I need to update, but that's okay. Yay. Okay, we'll do animations later. Just want to make sure. Nope. Oh, I just realized. I literally just copied the game object over, so I also copied this. Hold a lot. I need to do top down. I was like, wait a second, that's not right. That ain't right at all. As I was moving, he was moving. I was like, ah, I knew he was Shadow Link, but come on. There's limits to the jankiness. God, that'd be horrible if he just completely copies every single movement you do, but then on top of that adds a random movement. Yeah. No. Go away. Yep. Oh, yeah. Alright, it works. Alright, so enemies could follow me. I can move around. Let's make it where I don't get rotated. Let's do that real quick because body constraints, rotation. Actually, let's do more than that. Let's do everything. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. So I am doing body constraints, everything, right? Watch this. Might even be more janky to watch, but hey. Yep. So if you noticed, you still move. Even though I set the body constraints to everything. So the reason why is currently I haven't finished the AI pathfinding like grid thing. I need to actually use that. So inside the AI pathfinding grid, I'm actually just setting the what is it called? I'm actually just telling it to apply transform, catch transform. When you do that, and you actually are like updating the physics transform itself, which how I was doing it, it doesn't care about the constraints. Fun fact. But with my player controller 2D, I am actually like directly moving like the linear velocity. So for my player character, constraints will actually like like position constraint specifically will affect me, but for like the following shadow link, position constraints will not affect him. So yeah, so thought I'd show that off. No, and there we go. And now we have player movement. We have enemies that'll actually target Link, follow him. Yeah, fun times. All right, cool. Let's make someone hurt. Okay, that sounds really bad out of context. Hold on that. Wait a second, that sounds really bad out of context. Just ignore that. Let's yeah, just ignore that. So player health. Let's do. I'll make like a 0.25 seconds for invincibility frames. Damage. I need to like update. I need to update the hazard script because that's still. I think that's still using like the old little or like the colliders, right? Yeah, it's using on trigger. Oh wait, okay. No, I do have on trigger. Wait, I just forgot to remove the old code. Alright, so on trigger begin 2D is the like newer callbacks, so I can get rid of that. Wait. Sure, yep. I can actually get rid of this as well. Can get rid of the collider 2D. I don't need to reference to that crap. What I need to do is I actually need to update this. So I actually go to SF shape, instead of doing, instead of like implementing that stuff there, what I need to do is actually do this. So in my SF shape script I wrote my own version of the call like on trigger and on contact shape called backs. So like for example, if I actually go, I think probably the pickup item is a good example of this. So I actually wrote my own like version of like a on trigger begin. Notice I got like on trigger begin, but I also have like a separate on trigger begin with SF shape component being passed in. Wow, my brain just died again. Dude, having narcolepsy sucks. Sometimes you just like find it and all of a sudden you just like feel like you're gonna like pass out and just like go down. Anyways, so let's go ahead and like set this up. All right, let's do. Yeah, instead of instead of doing iTrigger callback, we don't want that. We want iTrigger shape callback instead. I'm gonna implement those. Put those down there real quick. And we also want another interface. And we want the actually no, I don't need the other one. Before I probably would have needed it, but I actually simplified the logic so for what I was thinking, so I do not need it anymore. So I'm gonna do that. And now what I'm gonna just do is I'm gonna just say go down here, grab these, grab this. And what I'm gonna just do is I'm gonna just say on trigger begin event. That's actually all I need for this one. That's actually all I need. Weird, I know. And I can actually say no op. Nope. I forgot. I just shortened it to nope. No operation. Since it's part of interface, I still technically have to like implement it. Yeah. And what I need to do is, or I can just do private start and just add the callback, and that should be good to go. Now I should be able to, or Shadow Link should damage the player. Well, actually, technically not, because I never made the enemies. Let's do that real quick. Let's actually go to Shadow Link now, because I didn't even think about that. Let's go here, categories, enemies. Yeah, and we'll see how this works. Hmm. Alright, so I'm gonna just grab the player. I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna check on player health. Okay, currently 3. For Shadow Link, I'm having him just do 1 damage. Questionable. Oh wait. How about that? No, that completely makes sense. Because I never did that. I never set. Do not have. Oh. Okay, well, close. Okay, there was 2 things I need to do. One, before I forget, contacts enemies. Let's go here. I need to also say contact player. Okay, do that. And I also need to remember to, you know, maybe uncheck that. I'm not unchecking this yet. Oh, right. Actually, no, I don't need that. Don't need those yet. Oh yeah. Oh, right. Okay. When I was first doing this, I accidentally made the mistake of looking for a game object. Do not do that. That will just ruin the low level physics. Um, I made a very big mistake of that. Okay, so cannot use like a like game object for like a callback targets. I ended up, no joke, I ended up like getting so annoyed by me for getting that. I made like a actual method of, yeah, I believe yeah, I even made like a debug, like a custom debug physics thing, and it'll literally say, hey, like you accidentally like set up your target, callback target for like a game object, stuff like that. So I need to update this real quick. And instead, what I need to do, I'm gonna actually just oh, gonna get this out. I'm gonna say it begin event dot visitor shape dot callback target is component is let's say I damageable. Cool. Actually, wait. No, I can do this a little bit because there might be some cases. So I can't exactly do that either. The reason why is, well, the way low-level physics work, you actually set what gets the on-trigger enter and on-trigger callback. So instead, I should be making sure, like, okay, hey, oh, actually, yeah, you know what? Instead of doing it this way, let's do it this way. Might not need that. All right, because of that. Okay, this actually could be a no, a nope, nope, nope. It's gonna look very weird. Having like no so many like no operation things. It's just yeah, it's just weirdness. So what I can actually do, I actually want this. This is actually the original reason why I did this. This is literally the original reason I did this is because I wanted to have control over what my callback target is. Um right component out I damageable. And I say I'm gonna say that actually just return this that way I don't need the if statement. All right, let's find out. Mm-hmm. I did put that on begin, not in. Okay, yeah. I was gonna be like, that's gonna be awkward. Um, depression. Okay. Um. Uh. Let me check something out real quick. Let's make sure like I'm actually colliding with him. Working. Well, that's just sad. Okay, I see. Uh. Okay, I know full well he's being hit touched. Okay, he's able to push me. He's able to push me. So he is able to make contact. uh okay. We let me see if for some reason like this is just not going into like all right, yeah, let's do this real quick. I contact shape callback. I want to check something out. Blah 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 blah. Yeah yeah yeah. Okay, ignore like that. Ignore that. Don't worry about those. I just want to check something real quick. I just want to see. Oh, I'm so stupid. No, no, I'm an idiot. It is working. It is working. I just. Well, no, actually, no. Because I'd still see the you working thing. Okay, well, anyways, I just realized like I shouldn't be calling shape. I should be getting the visitor shape. So hey, that's wrong. Like this is wrong anyways. But I want to see. All right, let's try this. Okay. Uh, um, All right. Oopla, oopla, doopy doo. I'm gonna check to see if um I know they're colliding. All right, so obviously like uh let's do this. Nani, hold that thought. Ah, okay. Oh. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah, okay, wait. Oh, wait a second. If I was to do this, it's gonna be weird. I hope that's not the case because that would actually be real awkward design right there. I'm gonna actually stop Mr. Shadow Link real quick. I'm gonna actually enable and re-enable. No. Okay. Well, I say here. Yeah, okay, well, that's just fantastic. One. Okay, so let's try to find this out. Okay. Though somehow get on its wrong stupid z-axis, that'd be weird. I can see it happening. I can see it happening. Okay, well, holy crap. What is up with that? Let's find out. Doopy doop 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 doop. Oh, I gotta check something. I did make it where I did put him where he can make contact against. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's make sure that I have all of these set up. Okay, ground obstacle, yeah, check. Oh, okay. Uh, oh, that's not it either. Wow, okay. So we have some fun times. Okay, so let's do, I'm actually gonna change the surface friction 0. That should not change anything, like it shouldn't, but, um, let's check this out. Oh, okay. Let me guess. Yep, no, I forgot. Okay, I know what it was. Do 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 do. I forgot to do this. Go to here and I go to here. It needs to be serial some dot serialize. That might help. Now shouldn't win it. Yeah, okay, well, there we go. Do 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 do. Let's check this out. Okay, so let's actually make sure that I remember to actually call the actual like a collision info. That's the it's the fun part of setting all this up. Also, do I have it where he starts the shape starts off wake should keyword should, yeah, okay. So I think I'm pretty sure I know what happened. I'm gonna just check this out real quick and make sure that I'm thinking correctly, because what I'm thinking is happening is that I need to set up where this is actually. Okay, so go to, let's actually get some of these out of the way. Because I'm pretty sure I never set that up. Fine. Okay, no, I am. Thought I wasn't. But at the same time, oh yeah, I found it. Yep, there we go. There's where issue lies. Because if I actually go here, I set up the like the collision act like events, but I need to do this real quick. Okay, cool. So I just let's take the side events real quick. I'm gonna just like copy this over. So we're gonna have to do some native scope native array stuff here. And I'm also going to need part contact extensions. I need a filter function. And inside of the, yeah, we're going to do this. Check collisions. Ah, no, I was right. Check collisions. Because what I need to do is I actually need to do this first before I forget. I telling you to dispose, that way I don't actually cause a memory leak right away. Contacts. Contacts, and then we need to say like ground, we do, or sorry, top, collision, or sorry, bottom collision for bottom collision checks, side collision checks, check on collision actions. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm literally just gonna, yeah, I need to rename like was ground the last frame. I'll need to rename that, but that's okay. I just want to make sure that, hey, my side collision is actually working out. I completely forgot I needed to copy that over to that one class. Let's do this. Okay, I see how it is. Purple rainbows not being friendly. Okay, well. I feel like I am forgetting something really stupid here. Like super, super, super stupid. Um, I'm obviously forgetting one thing, but that's okay. I am gonna take a break for a little bit. I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. I got character movement. I got all the like controller stuff and everything moved over, and copied over from like the rigid body and everything. So yeah, that works for now. We got enemies moving, or like a way for characters to like follow other characters and so forth. So that's good for now. I might do more later. Day one was literally me just setting stuff up. I actually wasn't sure if I would be able to get everything like set up day one. So yeah, day one's just me getting stuff up, set up for the project, and kind of just screwing around with like pixel art. Yeah. But I'm calling it for a bit. I'm getting hungry. And I'm gonna get some food and water in me. So anyways, thank you guys for any idea to join. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you next stream. Take it easy.